Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? We're your chapter co-hosts. I'm Gabe.
I'm Shatay.
Pretty soon, we're going to give you an opportunity to come up with a roller derby name, and we're going to share what we think is our roller derby names. Before we did that, we actually wanted to introduce all the skaters who were going to come just so we can get a sense of their names. And that way, when it comes time to make your name, you have a sense of how to construct a proper roller derby name.
And I have been thinking about my name for weeks now, so I kind of have a heads up.
Yeah, we've been working on ours for a minute, but we're going to go right down the line. Do you want to hand them? Here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Crash Bandicoot.
Ow!
I'm Pierce Their Veil.
Ooh, pierce their veil. Nice.
I'm Jork the Dork.
Jork the dork.
I'm Gizmo Payne.
Ooh.
I'm Juniper Berry.
Juniper Berry.
I'm Hurricane.
Yes, Hurricane.
I'm Mortal Wombat.
I'm Scaredy Cat.
I'm Braun F. Kennedy.
I am Sister Mary Mayhem.
Ow!
I am Ruby Chaos.
Nice.
I'm Monday Morning. I'm Beijing.
Yeah.
Regicide, they, them.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. I'm Pussy Wrangler.
Ooh, nice. Welcome.
All right, so y'all have a sense now of what it takes to have a proper roller derby name. So thank you all. By the way, they're going to be doing a demo for us for the second half of the presentation. I'm going to let them get warmed up. But thank you all. Big round of applause for the Atlanta Roller Derby. And big thank you to Jork and the whole team for hosting us. So thank you so much.
Y'all.
So y'all get ready. We don't want anybody to get injured. We want everybody to get properly stretched and hydrated before we go.
Conditioned, ready to go, warmed up. Okay, with
we
that,
so
we have an idea of the names, right? How it goes, something creative, clever, representative of who you are.
Maybe a little violent, possibly. Something with some pain or infliction of damage on another human being could be part of it, but in a fun way. Because we're here to be both cooperative and competitive. Okay. So we're going to ask people to pair off. We're going to pair off for about 5 minutes and just have a chat. And when we come back, we're gonna share our names. Y'all can vote on which name, because I got a couple, and vote on which one y'all think is best.
Sold.
So, and then we're going to take some feedback and hear what y'all came up with. So everybody, come up with a great roller derby name. We have about 5 minutes.
Wait. I gotta shout out Greg and DJ Ross Sirius here. You want to tell the people what this is actually, I love it. Pretty cool. Okay.
So my name is DJ Sirius Crash Out.
Yeah. All right. And what do we got, Greg?
Let me make sure I got the right. Yeah, I did Rolling Reeler.
Rolling Reeler.
Video guy. The video guy.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to do yours or should we do?
I'm going to do mine.
Okay.
I am, drum roll please.
And give them a little background first.
Okay, dancer, right? Love music. And I was trying to find a way to be aggressive without being too aggressive. So I'm choosing jukeboxer. Ow!
Not bad,
Turn
right?
up.
Jukeboxer. So I'm bringing 3. One is I'm wearing my competition jersey. When I was growing up, Cal Ripken was like the big super guy in Baltimore. Any Baltimore people? Where my Baltimore people at? There we go, right? Cal Ripken. So he went by the Iron Man. So I was thinking about something related to Iron Man. And then I had a friend who used to say that they thought I looked like Tony Stark. So my
kind of.
So my roller derby name, that was they insisted on it. I don't agree. My roller derby would be Tony Snark. Not bad. But the other one, and this is one I'm more happy with, I was told to pick something you like, which is film and everything else. So a couple of, last year for Dragon Con, my daughter and I went in costume
Lord, he
together.
has a reveal. Do you see what he's doing,
yeah,
y'all?
here I go.
Oh
so
my gosh.
we were Jay and Silent Bob. Because I, at one point, was told I also looked like Kevin Smith, which I did not take as a compliment. So Jay and Silent Bob. So I'm going to be Violent Bob. Okay. And I can backwards hat everything. So I'm Violent Bob.
That's not the one he teed up with me.
Yeah,
he
I got a
teed
different
up
one.
Avenging Angel.
Yeah, I had Avenging Angel. I put that one to bed because I was ready for Violent Bob. I think that
you
one.
have the outfit and everything to match.
Which one y'all like better? Avenging Angel, Violent Bob? Yeah, everyone likes Violent Bob. I'm telling you, Violent Bob's a winner, right?
What are some other cool names we have out here?
Yes. So what do we got? Any cool names? What'd y'all come up with?
What?
I like to dance like you, Shate, but not professionally like you. And so there was a term in the 90s like jack your body, which was dancing. But my name is Jackie, so I came up with Jack Nasty.
Yes, Jack Nasty. Love it.
And that's Ms. Jack Nasty. There you go. Anyone else? That's an 80s reference, y'all.
Spicy lasagna. My name is Liz, but it would be spelled like lasagna.
I love it, Liz.
What else? What else we got? Yes.
That's not.
Mine was easy because I had one forever. My last name is Thrower, so it's Throw Her Down.
Throw her down, yes.
All right.
I love it.
Here's our last one.
As an older guy here in a roller derby, this was a collaborative effort. I'm Bro, Ken, Hip.
Freaking hip.
And
Christine, yes.
ladies and gentlemen, Christine working the decks for us.
Otherwise known as Slamala Anderson.
Yes!
Oh, man, I feel like we got a winner.
That was a good one, yes. Way to bring up the rear, Christine. I love it.
Nicely done. That's a mic drop moment. So
But
I think we're done. We're done
We
here.
are done with
our
that,
work here
yes.
is done. So we're going to move into our brief announcement stage before we get to our amazing presentation and then the demo itself.
Yep.
So let's move on through. Next slide. How about that coffee, everybody?
Always. Shout out to Paris. Thanks, Paris.
Yes, this is Paris's first time helping as well, so thank you, Paris. We were just coming up with a name for her as well. We think because she's Paris, she might be Storm the Bastille, maybe something like that. Yeah, Bastille Storm, something. We're workshopping it.
Yeah,
maybe a couple more
I think we need some work.
shots of coffee, and we'll be good to go. So we loved it.
Paris Hidden. Wait, what'd you say?
Was it? Paris Hidden.
See, Ruby for
There
the
you
win.
go.
There we
Look.
go. She likes that one.
Leave it to Ruby.
Okay.
So we love Dancing Goats. They've been on board all year as our official coffee sponsor. They are amazing.
Thank
they
y'all,
support
Dancing
the local
Goats.
community. They support artists, and they support everything we do here. So thank you, Dancing Goats. Thank you, Paris. Big thank you to Amanda, who's not here today, but let her know we send our love. And really great kudos for the amazing coffee. If it wasn't for the coffee, Creative Mornings literally probably wouldn't happen.
Wouldn't be so alert.
We wouldn't be here. So, yes.
Powered by, yes. And shout out, is Julie still in the house? Hey, Julie and Steve. Bronx, see, I got it right this time. Bronx Bagel Buggy. Shout out to the bagel, the beautiful spread they had, all the cream cheeses, award-winning, right? Bronx Bagel Buggy.
Yes.
We adore you. The bagels are so dope, and we adore you all too. So thank you for coming back.
And we love having them back because it had a little wheel theme, a little round, like rolling derby theme. So we thought,
see what we did there? See what we
such a
did
great
there?
thing. And speaking of round
Wait,
and
can I
spinning,
let me shout them out one more time. TheBronxBagelBuggy.com. Make sure that you look them up. Get your bagels for your next event.
they're in Chamblee.
Chamblee.
There you go. Shout out to Chamblee. Speaking of which, we just wanted to do a
Spicy
temperature.
lasagna.
Yeah. Thank you, Spice. We wanted to do just a temperature check by like distance people get up in the morning to come here and such, because we know some of y'all wake up super early to get here. So we know we have some Chamblee folks.
Yep.
Who else
We've got
drove?
Woodstock here in the front.
Woodstock.
How
Anybody further than Woodstock? Maybe you win.
I'm in South
Look.
Fulton, but that's not.
Yo, man, Pamela Sanderson is like taking us all
for the
out.
win. She's winning everything
She knocked
today.
us out.
Yeah.
But we thank everybody for making the trip here. We know that it's a Friday morning at the end of July. Y'all could be doing anything today, sleeping in, hanging out, doing whatever, and y'all made it here because the community aspect of what we do matters. So thank you for coming out today.
Yeah.
And speaking of coming out, here we go,
DJ Serious Crash Out over here, who is, I know you've seen her spinning on a couple of our events, but we wanted to just show our appreciation for her, the talent. She's always spinning the ones and twos for us. Founder of Serious Sounds, y'all. She's worked with me privately on some events too, but she's always a joy. So at DJ Raserious, right, on Instagram is where folks can follow you.
In honor of Amina, as we always do, you can book her
for a fee. All of these wonderful folks.
If y'all want to have a party, you need a real DJ, this is the call you make. she's the one.
Yep.
And speaking of booking people for a fee also,
Yep.
we have our great friend Greg Harding.
Ow!
Greg has been doing video for us. He came up earlier, as we know, with his with his roller derby name. And Greg has been a great partner of Creative Mornings, and he's doing our videos every time. Serious, great contributor, and he also makes corporate videos that are documentary style, that are storytelling based. So if you have a project or a story you want to tell, reach out to Greg Harding Films. You can reach him on Instagram, Greg Harding Films.
Greg Harding Films.
You can reach him online, Greg Harding Films. And you
Again,
can
for a
find
fee.
his reels on our page as well. So come to the event page. You can see the videos he puts together. They're always top notch. And we really appreciate Greg. And he highly recommends going to see the Odyssey. We were talking about earlier. So if you've not seen the Odyssey yet.
I mean, I have thoughts. We
yeah,
can talk
all
about it.
happening.
We can talk about it. Yeah.
Guess you saw it last night at 9:30 p.m.
9:30, and then got up here. Yeah, see, that's commitment right there.
She's like, did I know it was a Christopher Nolan movie that was 3 hours long? I'm like,
I
it's
did
a
not.
Christopher
I
Nolan
didn't
movie.
plan well. I was kind of like YOLO, you know, like just go
do
see
what
the
you gotta
film,
do.
get up, and sleep later. All right. Shout out to Wes, our other partner, photographer in the back. Wes does amazing photos for us, event after event, professional headshot studio that partners with Atlanta actors to create clean, casting-ready images. You like how I did that?
Power paparazzi.
Power paparazzi.
We love
I
it.
like that. Yes. Okay, so Wes Shots on IG. And again, if you want to find him, he's all over our Creative Morning space as well. He's done tons of great shots for us. And they always still like, even the candidates, like really good stuff there.
Yeah.
You know,
The galleries are always amazing.
Yeah,
Like I share them
yeah.
with people, and they're like, who took those pictures?
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's got a really great eye.
Wes
yeah,
did.
For
and
sure.
then also, I know the roller derby, y'all are going to need headshots. You got yours. He'll take care of you guys. So, you know, if you need headshots, he's your guy. And we also want to thank our volunteers. Look, Jackie.
Raise your hands,
you're a
volunteers. Literally
volunteer in the
could not
picture.
do this without you. We've got
Yes.
Jackie, Christine, yes, Damalis, Sarah, Shalise, right? All of our folks. Who did I miss here? Paige, right in front of me. Oh my goodness. And Vi, come on, y'all. Like so.
There we go. And we especially want to thank the folks who help people find the parking. We know this was not an easy place to find.
Yeah.
Literally this morning when our big old buggy folks showed up, they were like, am I in the right place? I'm like, yes. I know it looks like something out of the X-Files, a place you're going to meet the Smoking Man.
Yeah.
We've been talking
It's
X-Files.
an adventure.
It's like, it's a
creative
dangerous
morning.
spot.
Yes,
or it looks like,
yes.
you know, maybe they host a haunted house in here. Who knows? But we knew it was the right place. We knew it was going to be the right vibe. So thank you for helping with the parking, the wayfinding. And again, thank all of you for making it here. We hope nobody got
Absolutely.
lost back there, because I think it will be a haunted house if they're back there.
And I want to just shout out, if you would love to join us for volunteering, we are always looking for more folks. If you could just find Damalis, who's at the bagel table right now, putting you on the spot. Find him and he can get you plugged in, because we're always looking for folks. And we could not do this without our volunteers or all of our partners. So if we could just give it up for all of our partners and volunteers for helping us keep these events fun and free, right?
And speaking of partners, boom. If y'all, first of all, if anybody wants to do this, get out your phone, get the QR code. We know it's not always easy. But if you have an idea of somebody who might want to give us money or resources or anything else, everything costs. So anything that helps defray those costs, and particularly when money comes in, did I mention that? If we get money from a corporate sponsor, that's always a good thing, because that helps us keep things free for everybody else. That's always the goal. That's the objective, but it does require a village. So if you are part of a company that has resources and is looking to spend down their stuff, this is a great place to go.
Holler at us.
Yeah, we know the fiscal year just started, so let's get on board. Let's get on those calendars, because now's when they're taking the meetings for the whole year. So again, scan that. It's a little form you can fill out on Microsoft Forms, and we will follow up. So thank you for making introductions
Thank you all for
us.
the intros. All right, we're almost done.
Here we go. We've updated the global map. How many people know about Creative Mornings, that it's a global community, right? It doesn't just happen in Atlanta. It happens all around the world.
Yep. 200-something chapters.
70 countries, all that stuff. 115.5 million video views, Greg. Then 7 of those are yours now.
Yes.
7 million of those are yours. So yes, it's a global community, and we love that energy too. We know we're doing something unique here, but it all connects, and like that energy and connection between cities, between countries, it's really amazing. As we know, Atlanta just hosted a global event last month. You know, so we're really proud to be part of like building our own global community. That way, we want to keep that type of vibe and energy going. So these events, as small as they are, and sometimes as insignificant as they feel, they're super powerful. Like, we're creating a light and we're connecting with the global light, and they're all over the world, as you'll hear when we get to our next month's theme. Like, it's really impressive.
Yeah, I just want to say on that note, you know, I've lived in a lot of different cities doing work with, you know, theater and dance regionally, and I felt like in those other cities, there was really a pulse on the folks, the creatives and the artists, and we all knew what each other was doing, and we were like supporting and following each other. And then I got to Atlanta, and I was like, where's everybody? What's everybody doing? And it was just so siloed and disconnected, and so I really appreciate Creative Mornings as a space where we can all gather in whatever capacity you are creative. And so, yeah, this community is like really, really valuable, and I'm glad the city has it. Yeah.
And then she just showed up, and we're like, no, you're going to help run it now. Like, this is what happened. She walked in the door. She's like, where's the community? You're like, you're going to run it.
Right,
so
right. Here it is.
Build it.
Take this. Right.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so speaking of Creative Mornings and all of the things that connect us, we have a global theme, Competencia, right? It's chosen by our Santiago chapter in Chile, illustrated by Valentina Gonzalez, right? So it is a Spanish word that translates to competition. And I want to read this part because I really like it. It says, the phrase iron sharpens iron means competing against the best makes us better. But your real competition is a past version of yourself. That's
so sweet.
So hard, right? So I'm really excited to be here exploring competition in a very fun and interesting way.
And where are Spanish speakers in the audience? What else does it mean?
Look at you.
Right. It also means competence, so it means being the best at what you do. So it's like a double play. We love it being both like, yes, the spirit of competition, but also being excellent at what you do. Yep. And they don't have to be mutually exclusive, which is why the theme brought us here, because when we hear from the roller derby folks, you'll hear about how it is competitive, but it's also very cooperative. And this cooperative nature is really what we love. So being excellent and cooperative, it's not a zero-sum game. Or it doesn't have to be. But if I'm the winner, it's always better.
Okay. All right. Let's move on so we can get to this roller derby fun over here.
Our good friends at Adobe. Thank you to our global sponsors. Adobe, they have a very important piece of news about Premiere. They want to make it easier to create and share videos about whatever you're into, like going to Creative Mornings. That wasn't written by somebody.
Right, okay, right.
So the idea is here, you can shoot your footage, you have endless creativity. They want you to essentially check out the free mobile app for editing on your phone. They're trying to make a version of CapCut. That's what this is. So if you want to use Adobe's CapCut, scan the QR code and download it. And that's the good fun that happens with that.
Okay.
Yay,
we made it.
Adobe.
Shout out to Creative
amazing.
Mornings HQ and all of our partners and all the things, right? Okay.
Now it's time for the fun.
Yeah.
So we have technically two speakers today. First, we're going to introduce Ruby Chaos, and then we're going to introduce Mary after Ruby does her presentation. So Ruby Chaos, longtime Atlanta roller derby board member and skater. Former league president, and she currently serves as the head of HR and Rolling Ruckus coach. And by the way, as head of HR, you have to clear all the names, right? Like you can't, okay, you gotta make sure the names are HR appropriate to get through. She's treasured in the derby world and for her deep knowledge of Atlanta roller derby history. She's also a proud Glamour Rays home team skater. Please welcome to the Creative Morning stage,
Ruby Chaos.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming out this morning. As was mentioned, my name is Ruby Chaos. I've been involved with roller derby since about 2010. I took my first boot camp back in the day is how we did it in 2009, and then I was drafted in the summer of 2010 to a home team and have kind of been here ever since. So I think that this what we're about to show you kind of dovetails right into Competencia. pretty well because roller derby is where competition, cooperation, and community meet. So I'm going to very quickly take you through the very history of roller derby. So a brief history. So roller skates were kind of invented in like the 1800s, and they had some competitions where it was just skating around, like for 2 hours, how many laps you could get. But the first actual term roller derby showed up in 1935, and it was called the Transcontinental Roller Derby. It was held at a velodrome in Chicago, and it was teams of two. So it would be like me and Mr. Josie would be on a team, and we would take turns skating for about 12 hours a day for multiple days, because the goal was to skate the velodrome in as many laps as it took to approximate the distance between New York and San Diego. So these marathon type events were huge. They had dance-a-thons, they had walk-a-thons, big money in the Depression era, so you can imagine. So there was like a leaderboard. So if me and Mr. Josie, we would move our little magnet however many laps or how far we'd been across the country, and we're in Chicago now, let's take a little break, whatever. So that was in 1935. And then they were like, oh, this was very popular, we'll take it on the road. And very shortly after that, other teams would decide that, oh, if we hit Mr. Josie, we could get ahead. So that's kind of where the bumps started happening, and the guy that was running it, named Leo Seltzer, he said, wow, this seems a lot more popular than watching people skate around in laps for 3 weeks at a time. Let's invent a game that's much shorter. And so he sketched out all the rules. And the loose outline is kind of what we have today. We have a jammer who is lapping the pack and scoring points. I don't know if they had the pivot yet, but they definitely had blockers. So the jammer's trying to get through, the blockers are trying to hit the jammer and prevent them from going through, while also playing offense at the same time. So that took formation in kind of like the late 30s, early 40s on the banked track. So it was a much smaller velodrome. But it still kept that bank track feel. That's when you would see people go over the railings and things like that. So all through the late 70s and early 80s, that's what happened. But kind of towards the end there, it became a little bit more, we'll say WWE. There were the fake fights and things like that, and it kind of fell out of favor. So it kind of went back underground. But then in 2001, a crazy group of ladies in Austin, Texas got together at a bar. And we're like, why don't we bring it back? That was fun. I miss watching that on Saturday mornings. Let's do roller derby. But of course they didn't have a bank track, so they started out in a roller rink. Next slide. So Texas Roller Derby, which was originally called Bad Girl, Good Woman Productions, they started kind of training themselves in a roller rink in Austin, Texas. And they figured out how to lay out a track in similar dimensions, but they were playing it on a flat track like you see here, because they didn't have the money for a bank track. So they practiced, and as you can imagine, it takes a while to learn to roller skate, let alone hit people on roller skates. And they were training themselves. They had some people from from back in the day kind of teach them like how to give hits, how to take hits, but they were largely training themselves, and they held their first game in 2002. And it sold out. It was immensely popular, and then almost immediately other teams formed. But first there was a schism. If you want to know about that, there's a documentary called Hell on Wheels. Highly recommend it if you're a nerd like me. Don't need to get into that. But the two teams, the original one eventually became bank track, but the one that spun off was like, no, we like it on a flat. So we invented flat track roller derby. And almost immediately after that team spun off, other flat track leagues started showing up in 2003. And then Atlanta was founded in October of 2004, and we were among the first 20 leagues. So back then there were Yahoo groups. So that's how people would find each other and say, hey, I want to start a roller derby league in my city. How do I do it? They would get on the Yahoo groups, they would find someone, and they would kind of connect that way. Next slide. So our first game was in July of 2005. That's our original poster. If you look around and go along that wall, that's some of the old posters that we have from all of our past seasons. Above the water fountain is some of our really old ones, but that was our first poster. And it was held at Stone Mountain Skates. So this is, picture the roller rink. That was the line out the door. It also was very popular and took off. And so then right after that, the 20 teams got together and said, hey, we want to actually compete against each other, right? But how do we do that? Like, we all kind of have a different version of the rules. We kind of have a different version of the track. We need to have something cohesive. So they all met, cooperating, right? Let's cooperate to compete, right? We got to cooperate, come together, agree on a set of rules, on a diagram of the track, kind of, come up with a standard operating procedure of how we do these things so that we can come together and compete against each other for a championship of some sort. So the first 20 teams, Atlanta had representation. They met over the course of 3 days. They hashed out the first rule set as well as track dimensions. So now we could all prepare to compete against each other, right? So the new governing body was officially named the WFTDA, which currently stands for Women's Flat Track Derby Association. We are in the works of updating that nomenclature, but right now it is still WFTDA, and it stands for Women's Flat Track Derby Association. And the first interleague championship was held in February 2006 in Tucson, Arizona. Atlanta went. So they had little mini bouts, like 15 minutes. That was playing for seeding. We did not make it out of that round. We scored 1 point. We tried. We very much tried. And we had fun, I am told. But also born out of that was the ethos of for the skaters, by the skaters. So we are all self-run, right? We don't have FIFA up there causing shenanigans. Hopefully we're not corrupt. I don't think so. We vote each other in and out. So it's very democratic. We're a 501c3 nonprofit. Most leagues are in the WFTDA. We're all nonprofit. We're all volunteers. We don't get paid to play this sport. If you're lucky, you might get Rydell to give you some skates, and they're like, "Ooh, that's $1,000 sit-up. Thanks for that." But that's about it. What you can expect. We pay dues to come here and play because we got to pay the rent for our warehouse here. And then, competition, obviously we have, intra-league and we have inter-league against other leagues. But we also cooperate. We have to maybe not anymore, but we have to come together every Friday before a game, set up the track, set up the venue, make sure that everything goes smoothly on game day. So when the audience rolls in, it's just all there. Most people don't see the behind the scenes, but it's a lot of work to set up for a game. And then, while you're laying the track, you're talking to your friends. That's the community, right? You're putting this all together, and then you come together and you have a game, and then you go to the after party afterwards, and you have a beer with the people you just fought on the track. And it's super fun. And, also our international Global Champs series, which we're in right now. The championship will be in Malmö, Sweden. Malmö, Norway? Malmö. It's in Malmö. I forget which one. My boyfriend would kill me. He's Finnish, and he would kill me not knowing where Malmö was. But it's in Malmö. And so that's the Global Champs. But still, we all come together. I went to Portland 2 years ago to watch Atlanta play in Global Champs there. And at the end, we were all picking up the sport court. It didn't matter what league you were from. They had to pick up that track from their arena. I was there because it was a hot mess. We do this every game. This was Portland's first time. And I was like, oh, my God, let Atlanta help you. You are just throwing them on the pallets. You're not going to be able to get it on the truck. Let me help. So Atlanta came out there, helped them get their pallets situated. Again, cooperating. We were just watching. I paid to be there, but I'm still going to come and help pick up this track because that's what we do. Next slide. So teams from across the world, this is what we call the Hydra. This is like our Stanley Cup. And it's a really cool metalwork skate on a big metal pedestal, but we call it the Hydra. Hydra was one of the skaters from Texas that originally founded the WFTDA, so the trophy is named after her. Next slide. So Atlanta specifically, we have 4 levels of competition. So we have our all-star team. They compete globally. They're not in champs this year. This was a rebuilding year, so 2024, we had a lot of our veterans come back after COVID for one last hurrah. And then they did it, and they're like, I'm so tired and old. I gotta hang it up. So we had a big retirement, but we're building back. Teams have that. The Falcons, it's always a rebuilding year for the Falcons, I feel like. But So, but when we do it, we actually do make it to champs again. So, just throwing that out there. No shade, no shade. We also have a B team, and they're the up and coming. So they're kind of in training. They kind of redshirt for the All-Stars. They have their own games. Our B team is actually right now in the Contenders Cup, which is a tournament for the best B team. So even the B teams get their own championship. And Atlanta is out in Dallas today. Hey, George, do you know when the game is? 10 o'clock this morning. Well, in Dallas time, right? Dallas time. So 10 o'clock a.m. Dallas time, which is, I don't know, noon here.
11.
Something like that. Our B team is going to play in a tournament for the B team champs. Then we have a C team, and that's more developmental. That's, when you have graduated from our training program and you're just learning how to be on a team, work with teamwork, and it's a very supportive atmosphere. The B and A teams they're pretty competitive, and you're competing for a roster spot. C team is a lot more forgiving. They're like, hey, do you want to play this weekend? And you just kind of raise your hand, and it's a lot more chill vibe. And then we have 4 home teams. These are the fun ones. You get dressed up a little bit more, and they have the fun names. We have the Apocalyptics, the Blackwater Reapers, the Glamourets, and the Toxic Shocks. So they just compete against each other. It's a little bit more theatrical. People wear more face paint. We have fun jerseys with our logos on it. So that's a little bit more artistic. And we play for this. So the home teams play for this big trophy, and this is all of the championships so far. I think we're getting a new trophy this year because, as you can see, DIY efforts only last so long, and that is approximately 20 years. And then after about 20 years, you need to upgrade to something a little bit more permanent and a little bit more not as what these wheels are doing, whatever they're doing right there. So next slide. So we have 4 teams, but we're one league. As I mentioned before, we're a 501c3 nonprofit. We all cooperate to run the league. So I skate. I'm also on the board. Everyone on the board, for the most part, is also a skater. We do have a couple of volunteers or retirees maybe, that sit on the board. But yeah, we have, and we also have volunteers like non-skaters helping to officiate, helping to coach. So it does take a community. A lot of times we rope in our SOs to do stuff. We're like, hey, you're attached and now you have to come help set up. That's the rules. We didn't make them up. And we also train ourselves. So, we have our, every practice is run by, one of our skaters, one of our higher level skaters. George, do you have a question? Oh, I got to wrap it up. Oh, okay, well, what time is it? 9:37, okay, let's go. All right, so 2026, this is our big year. So like I said, we've been in here since 2017. We were in another warehouse before that. We've had our games at a roller rink at Shriners on Ponce. We were there for 13 years, then we went to Agnes Scott. But now we have achieved our goal of a permanent residency at Golden Glide Skating Rink in unincorporated Decatur. And we are so excited about that. So in July 2025, Golden Glide went up for sale on LoopNet, which LoopNet is the Zillow of commercial properties. And we said, oh, no, you cannot sell that for a flex property. This cannot become dead storage. This cannot become a data center. That was in the listing. It's like, hey, come make Golden Glide a data center. And we said, absolutely not. That's not in the cards, not for Golden Glide. So TLDR, ARD is a permanent partner, and the goal is to combine and grow all skating in Atlanta. So it's staying open. It's open now. You could go skate on Friday tonight. Tonight is adult night. Go skate. It's a great time, but we're coming in and making sure that it never, ever, ever gets sold for the purposes of redevelopment. Next slide. So it's a strategic alignment of interests and communities with the sole purpose of preserving a historic and iconic rink that is ingrained in Atlanta's world-famous skate culture. Do we have any time for questions? Okay.
Thank you. There will be major
Ruby
questions at the very end. Stick around for questions. We want to get to the demo because look, they're all ready to go. You got to get over there and get ready to skate. Before we do the demo, we did want to introduce the next month's theme.
Nakhla. Give it up for Nakhla. It also means palm. It's chosen by a chapter in Saudi Arabia, and it's an Arabic word meaning palm. Let me slow down. And I got to read this line too because When a storm hits, palm trees bend with the wind, while other trees break and fall. So in times of adversity, look to the palm for inspiration. So we're going to be at the Lola, August the 28th, I believe, and I believe we're having someone from the Aleph Institute to come and talk about Arabic culture and show their palm exhibit. So it'll be really, really cool. So make sure that y'all are there with us next month, August 28th, for palm.
We're super excited. And I did just want to take the piece. I know she's putting on her skates now. As part of their move to Golden Glide, they are going to need some help. They're trying to raise money. They're trying to do a capital campaign. So if anybody has expertise in that, come find us, come find Ruby afterwards, because they did a screening at the Plaza for Electric Boogaloo, right? Break Into Electric Boogaloo. Has anybody seen that movie?
Yes,
in that movie,
course.
they save the neighborhood community center for the kids because they have a big event. That's what the vision is for Golden Glide. They need everybody to come help, and if you're really lucky, Ice-T will come rap at the big party event like you did in the movie. So we want to get to the demo, and in order to do that, we're going to introduce our other great speaker today.
Yes.
Our speaker is Sister Mary Mayhem.
Yep.
She's worn many hats around Atlanta roller derby, one of the league's beloved referees and announcers,
look at this.
with a big voice
You're
and a
gorgeous.
passion for the sport, and
Gold.
clearly an eye on showmanship.
Clearly a
we
vibe.
got the vibe. She's the heart behind keeping Atlanta roller derby's house a home as a trusted operations manager. She skated competitively with Atlanta's Rolling Ruckus and with the Toxic Shocks home team.
Ow.
There she goes. She's cheering on her home team. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sister Mary Mayhem to walk you through the skating demo.
Thank you, Gabe. That was awesome. Well, I'm a little bit of a space filler, but I like to think of myself more as a velvet rope, mostly decorative, but everybody notices me. That's my game. So welcome to my dusty crib, y'all. We're so happy to host you guys today. I don't know, how much time do I have anyway? Okay, great. Well, so let's everybody move, I guess. Come see the track. So a pack consists of a jammer. Raise your hand, jammers. Okay, and 3 blockers. Can I get some blockers? And 2 pivots. Where's the pivots? Okay, so what's going to happen, the whistle's going to blow, and Jork here and Regicide are going to try to make it through, and while everybody joins in this tripod of terror to make it as hard as possible. And then here comes Reg. Reg is our lead jammer. That means Reg is the only one that can call off the jam, and each jam will last 2 minutes. So I don't know the last time you guys just roller skated for 2 minutes, but that's enough, without having to fight through some of these steamrollers we got out here, right? And so it just continues. The packs get together, they try to stop the jammer, and the jammer tries the best to make it through. And they get 1 point for every opposing player they pass. So you're able to make 4 points per jam. So, are we ready to do it for real? Okay, all right. So we've got Regicide. We get some music? I guess it's time, yeah. I'm not in charge of music. I just am here to look amazing. So, anytime I get to wear sequins. Okay? And they're off. We've got a nice wall by Pierce and Juniper. We've got Gizmo over there. And let's see, who's fighting like hell? There we go. Jork's out front. So Jork is the lead jammer. Jork is the only one that can call off the jam. And here comes Regicide, fast behind her. I'm not supposed to say that sort of stuff because it gives him an advantage. And when Jork slaps her hips, that means the jam is over. We have different hand signals for that. And as soon as they're off the track, the other pack comes right in. Roller derby is 30 minutes, 2 halves, 30 minutes divided by an intermission. And to them, it's the longest 30 minutes on earth. Because they can stop the clock, they've got timeouts, and they have to be ready to go. So now we've got Jabberwock, who is my favorite librarian. And who's this? We got Crash. Crash is our belt hoe. That means head of skates. It's hose. They're hose. So, the most organized hoe you've ever seen in your life. All right. Also, Crash teaches scuba diving. How about that for a creative endeavor? All right. Am I 5 seconds? Okay. All right. Everybody wait. They can't pass that red line until the whistle blows. Looks like Crash is out front. Nice blocking by Hurricane, who is actually one of our aged up juniors. We have a juniors program, so come let your kids do this. Walk is our lead jammer. Walk is all real big in the referee world too. You have to have certain qualifications to do sanctioned bouts. And here comes Crash. Oh, on one leg, my goodness. Jork went through that pack like a rock through a wet paper bag. Many, many things. We're only allowed to hit with certain parts of our body. So that stuff you saw on TV, throwing elbows, punches, tripping people, that doesn't happen now. We're an actual legitimate contact sport. So you still get to see mini skirts and fishnets, but it's all sanctioned. As a matter of fact, I'm a grandma, and last week I had on booty shorts, fishnets, and lipstick so red it looked like a slapped ass. Thank you. I'm proud of it too. Okay, we're lining up again. It's hard to understand what they say when they got a mouth guard in. So we've got some competency here. Competency is our baseline. It is so important to know the rules, know how you can hit, know how you can get hit. And here comes Hurricane. It says Gizmo, but it's Hurricane. And it's a nice wall. Beijing puts up a real good fight. Beijing is actually my derby mom. When we walk in the door, we get somebody that is smiling and holds a hand out. Oh, and my derby mama in the penalty box. Yes, that's her. Okay, we got a... goes. And what's happening now is Hurricane had hit Pierce out of bounds.
Okay, she's a little showy. Yeah, it's true. She deserves to be, though. She's one of the best, man. And it looks like they're getting the wall together and leaving a great big hole open. Okay, and Pearson's finally made it around. I try not to tell them where their positions are. I slip up every once in a while. All right, and the packs are reorganizing. They're trying to make a tripod. And Jork calls off the jam. Very nice. Not only is Jork the co-captain of the Toxic Shocks, she's also our trainer, and she's our PR person. So, very busy. And her husband is a Phillies fan, which I appreciate because there's like 7 of us in Atlanta. Go Phils. Okay, now we got Mortal Wombat. Crash is the pivot here. And Regicide is going to jam along with Hurricane. Again, one of our aged up juniors. We have an amazing juniors program. I mean, who was a weird kid? Who felt weird in middle school, right? This is the safest place. It's so awesome to see that they get to use their pronouns. And there goes Reg. Reg has seen every Godzilla movie. And Gizmo's fast behind. You got to watch out for, ooh! Oh, we lost something. Something's on the track. That was an attempt at an apex jump. That's some of the funnest stuff to see in roller derby. Other when someone gets hit and goes flying. That's real fun too. But we always offer a hand up, and there goes Reg on the inside, and Hurricane on the outside. Nobody paying attention. Come on. We got fire and ice on the track. Sometimes this track gets a little slick because of the humidity and also the sweat. It's kind of gross. Ooh. Hurricane putting on the brakes. Here comes Reg around. And you notice the red team, they're starting to touch each other, get together, trying to block Reg, and Reg calls it off. The inside line is always a fun place for jammers to go, inside and outside, because I don't know if any of you want to try to push through some of that. Yes, slinging each other, they still do that. That's called whipping. I don't know if anybody could try to whip for a little show out here. I know it's a demo, but yes, that's absolutely still something that happens. You're allowed to grab the jersey of your own teammate and sling them as hard as you can. It's usually the jammer that gets slung so that they can make it through a thick pack. All right, so our packs are lining up. We got Gizmo and Pierce and June. For the white team, Jabberwock got knocked out. What had to happen, when you get knocked out of bounds, you have to go behind the person who knocked you out. And they can pull you as far back as they want. When you get out of bounds, you cannot gain position. Okay, we got Walk as lead jammer, and Jork is in the penalty box. Ooh, she's sweet, but you can't trust 8 wheels and a smile. And here comes June. I'm not sure. I think Walk is lead jammer. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. This is a fast-moving pack. Ooh, a little bit of whipping with the jammers. And there they go. Oh, and Walk is out of bounds. I did not see the hand signal for that. But now, with one jammer in the box, this is called a power jam, because it's so much, there's only one jammer on the track. We get very emotional. I'm not sure if you may have noticed that. I believe Reg is using their command voice. So Walk has got to sit there for 30 seconds. Ooh. The best thing to do, when we first come in, we're taught to fall on our knees and also make yourself small. You never want to do this and try to get yourself up, because you won't be getting your nails done anytime soon. Okay, a a little, this is called juking. When they dance around the track to try to get around a blocker, that's called juking. I don't hear a lot of talking, which should be happening, everybody. The coach in me is seeing some stuff. Still a fast-moving pack. And here comes walk. And that is it. When no one is able to call off the jam, which sometimes happens when the lead jammer gets put in the penalty box, it's 2 minutes. You have to go the full 2 minutes, which is sometimes nightmarish. You can go into the penalty box for many things. You're going to have a high block, a low block. You can go out of bounds, but again, when you go out of bounds, you have to go behind the person who knocks you out, who usually skates as far back as they legally can, and makes you talk dirty about them in the locker room. But yeah, we've got an insubordination too. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I don't remember it now. This is insubordination. We have several hand signals. Ron is our #1 nationally ranked, knows everything, like an encyclopedia of derby rules. And there, Hurricane tries to stop Reg, but you can't block what you can't catch. Okay. And Jork trying to make it through. Yeah, real easy on the inside line. That was, the red team was holding Gizmo back. Now in roller derby, we play offense and defense at the same time. And not only do we do that, but each player individually plays offense and defense at the same time. And there goes Reg straight through. Not sure what's going on. Oh, and there, okay. Thank you, Jork. That was an attempt at a whip. But you can also whip yourself. That's what Jork just did. Grabbed Hurricane and kind of threw herself. Oh. And Jork calls off the jam. Very nice. Yeah, we're moving a little bit slower today because we don't have as many skaters as we would like to have.
Who's calling? Who's calling? Who's calling?
This is going to be our last jam. Okay. We'll have Q&A afterward. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. And so last jam, everybody. Crash. Here comes Bay. Yeah. Here's the time you get to decide where you want to be, a red or a white. Let's see. Who do you want to support? You got the underdog or the leader? I prefer underdogs myself, but my derby mama is on the lead team, so. But also our grown-up baby, Hurricane, is on the red team. And here's Scaredy Cat. A full pack. Okay, so we've been doing partial packs to conserve energy. This is full pack. So, yeah, mind your feet and your fingers and your head. Okay. All right, and we got Crash fighting through, and there's Bay on the inside. Gizmo gives her a knock. I don't know what just happened. And Hurricane's in the penalty box, and we got Crash as the lead jammer. Let's hear it for Crash. Everybody, make it happen. This is our last jam. Okay. Oh, and Crash is out of bounds, and Walk is pulling Crash back as far as possible. And there goes my derby mama, Beijing, making it around, and Crash is out too. Nice try by Mortal Wombat. Okay. Now there's more communicating, which is really nice. We need a lot of communicating. That's a part of the competency. And you can see the competition. Come on, Bay. We gotta make it happen. They're getting tired, man. Here comes Crash. All right. On the outside line, a favorite place of jammers to go. Ooh, that's a directional. We can only skate in one direction. You can skate backwards in the opposite direction, but you cannot turn around and skate in the opposite direction. Okay, you hear some bench coaching by Reg over there. I think they could hear her in the other warehouse. Is this okay? All right, yeah, let's give them a hand, everybody. All right, and after we finish every bout, because we are still a community, we support each other, we're a volunteer organization, and when they knock you down, they'll pick you back up. So you guys line up here, please. Everybody get along the red line. And this is what we do after the end of every single bout. It's high five time. This is one of my favorite parts. We also have the audience members will line up too. And I don't know if you've ever seen a little kid get a high five from a sweaty derby skater, but it's amazing. Let's give them a hand and a high five. Our hardworking skaters. Thank you, Atlanta Roller Derby. Yeah, thanks everybody. That was great. We all woke up earlier than we ever do. We're so glad to have you guys here. And Gabe?
Yes, we are here. We are here. Wasn't this so much fun, y'all? Oh my gosh. So much fun. Where's Ruby? Ruby Chaos.
Woo! Included you in the huddle.
Ruby Chaos,
Ruby,
can we
Ruby,
borrow you for
Ruby.
a moment, please?
Yeah.
Thank you all for bearing with us. If you have to leave, we understand. We are going to just thank our gracious hosts for one moment and open up the floor if they have questions. But this has been so much fun. I mean, just such like rich, inspiring, like I actually followed the game. So, I mean, shout out to you. That was so much fun.
Thank you.
So much fun.
I know the rules now. I'm so excited. A few brief announcements, and then we want to do Q&A because we know there's lots of. You have to keep your mouth guard in for Q&A. That's no. There's plenty of bagels and coffee left over. Paris has stayed, so literally, you can just like drink straight from the tap. She will give you all the rest of the coffee and take some bagels home. They are the most amazing bagels. They're not as good the next day, so eat them today if you can. But they're unbelievable. So thanks to what's that? Freeze them. Oh. That's the good advice. Thank
them.
you.
There you go. Somebody that thinks like me. Yeah.
So yes, just want to make sure everybody knows that. We know it's 10 o'clock, but we did want to give an opportunity for questions and answers because I know there's probably lots of questions. So they're here to answer. So anybody who wants to leave, feel free, but we're going to take some questions.
Hey, first of all, that was incredible. I had a question about when folks in the game decide to end to end the jam.
Yeah. So
how do you decide that?
There are two ways that a jam ends. A jam is increments of 2 minutes, or when the lead jammer calls it off with the motion to the hands on hips. So that's a strategic move. So you get lead jammer by being the first one out of the pack on your initial pass without committing a penalty. So then you're awarded lead jammer. So if you come around and you score all your points and you see the other jammer right behind you, you can call it off and keep that jam 4-0. So it's a good way to accumulate points. There are other strategic things as you move along in the game where you might want to, maybe you got 3 people in the box and you need to spring them. So you're just going to keep going and hold on to it until your defenders are back. So there's different reasons why the lead jammer may or may not call it off. But if they don't, it ends at 2 minutes anyway.
More questions?
Good morning. Thank you so much. This was amazing.
Thank you.
Do you all have to do like an additional insurance rider because of the physicality?
So we do carry WFTDI insurance that covers, it doesn't, I mean, it's kind of supplemental. It kicks in after your deductible has run out. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and then Mayhem has information about using, I guess, the insurance. But then we have event insurance also through the WFTDA that insures our venues while we're having a game and insures, all of the occupants. Because, sometimes we have people sitting on that 10-foot line, and if you're a little one like me and you go skidding out, you might end up in someone's lap. So that's the splash zone. No one under 18 is allowed to sit on the floor out on that line. They have to be behind it. For insurance purposes, but yes, we do have to carry additional insurance.
So it's a lifesaver. I am an active retiree, which means I get to dress up, but I don't have to sweat that much anymore. I did want to get it because it costs, you got to buy it, but I broke my leg in 3 places a couple years ago. I was hit by a very healthy young man in a, what do they call it? A mixer. It's a mixer when, everybody plays together. And it costs a lot of money. I'm mostly metal now over here, so it really saved us. And Derby's expensive. How much money do you think you have on you right now?
I'm riding on about $750, I guess, total. Toe steps, wheels, bearings, the boots themselves, the trucks. Yeah, the whole entire setup. Got $750 on my feet.
If you take a look, they're custom. They say Chaos on them. So
Ruby Chaos.
That alone, that was $500 right there.
Well, no, it was like 25, but it was an upgrade for sure.
There we go. Yes.
Hey, y'all. Thanks again for this. Y'all have been in this game as most of its existence. When was it that you knew that this was something you were committed to? What was your story that said, yes, I'm in it to win it for roller derby?
I just haven't had the signal to leave yet, basically.
I am an Army veteran, and I served in the Army for about 10 years. Well, yeah, over 10 years. And when I came here, this was the first time I felt like that feeling again, that I had everyone around me was, we were all a team, and we do compete, but not in an ugly way. And also, it made me feel like an athlete again. I don't know if any of you guys did like high school sports or something, but you don't realize what feeling like an athlete does. My chest is out, I can breathe more. Man, it's nice.
Yeah, it gets you,
And we're actively helping them. If y'all want to do it, and so I heard somebody earlier say they're like, I'm too old for this. Like, no, you're not, right? What are the age ranges of the people who skate with you guys?
I am 46.
You don't need to say your age, just tell us the range right there.
Also, if you guys have, like I was saying, we got sometimes people are awkward. I've met the coolest kids in here. I help coach the beginners from 10 to 17. We actually got Bay coaches our badass juniors travel team. So 10 to 17, you have to commit Saturday mornings, but I don't even have a kid that does it, and I do. It's really rewarding.
And what's the oldest skater you have?
The oldest skater currently, it's a
Don't say their name, just say the age.
Oh, Amelia Scarehart. She is at least 50. She's at least 50, because I know that she's older than me. At least 50.
Gen X represent. Gen X represent.
There was a gentleman skater from Terminus that retired at 64.
64. There you go. Yeah. And let us know if, let's get a question here. I was going to get the plug.
I just wanted to know, what's the tryouts like? Or
Ooh, there you go.
Not that I know how to skate, but what are the requirements? Because I'd have to learn.
Yeah, we teach you from the ground up. So we actually are doing I will give you some late breaking news. We're about to start advertising this, but our next recruitment night is going to be on August 22nd at our new location at Golden Glide. Just before our games. So there's a form on our website. So go to our website, go to join the league, and then there's a form. If you fill that form out, you'll get an email along with the link. So we're gonna be selling tickets, and it's gonna pay for the doubleheader, the skate party afterwards, and your first month of training. So it's $50. It's a pretty good deal. It's like almost $100 value, all said and done. So it's $50, and yeah, you get to, that includes your skate rental for the evening if you want to hang out with us after the game on August 22nd.
I love it. And also, I just want to say, Shatay and I have been over here a couple times sort of making sure the event was going to happen. I got to see the beginners the other day training, and they literally do like duck and cover, like while they skate, and they all drop and hit the ground. It's amazing. Like, they will train you from, as you say, the ground up. Literally, they learn how to fall, learn how to skate, and then she went through the rigor of the different levels. So only the top skaters get to be part of this, but you can work your way up, and it's a really terrific program. Tell us again about the fundraising campaign and how people can get involved with the capital campaign.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff that's going on.
So this is, it's all moving, it was very slow, and then all of a sudden, right? So this has been kind of percolating for about a year, getting into Golden Glide. So now that we're here, We are going to be launching in the coming weeks like an official capital campaign. We got to kind of figure out what all it looks like, what it means, what levels we're going to have. You know, are you going to name the snack bar? I don't know. It could be anything. If anyone is here from Krispy Kreme, I would like to pitch sponsoring our penalty box. I would like to call it the Hot Donuts Now Hot Box. So if anyone from Krispy Kreme is here, let me know. But yeah, we're going to have multiple levels, and it's going to be, since we actually have a story now and it's a permanent place, it's a great time to get involved in sponsorship, and we're going to be starting that in the coming weeks, so be on the lookout.
Amazing. Thank you. First of all, thank you so much. Your design is amazing. Your story is amazing. The people are amazing. So what a great day.
You guys get some pictures in front of the wall there.
Yes.
You know? Put it on your Insta. Put it on your Facebook. Tag somebody.
And thanks to all of you. Thanks to Jork. Jork is the one who answered the email that made
Thank
it all
you, Jork.
possible. They'll take pictures with you if you all want to take pictures. So
Yeah, let's take
everybody stick
pictures.
around.
Let's take
Thank you so
pictures.
much. We'll see you next month at the Lola for Nakla.